Thank you, Steve. Our team of reporters has been looking into alarming cases of cyberbullying around the nation. There are several cases being investigated right here in central Pennsylvania. Bullying is nothing new. It's been around for generations. But with today's advanced technology, the internet has become a new vehicle for students to bully others. It's called cyberbullying. Instant messaging and websites like MySpace and Facebook have become a breeding ground for bullies. Myself, Brandon Bossel, and Center Focus reporter Nico Bellissimo take an in-depth look.
Lend me your eyes, I can change what you see. But your soul, you must...
Lend me your eyes and I'll change what you see. Part of the lyrics from a song entitled Awake My Soul. It's the soundtrack for this video created in less than 48 hours by State College Area High School government teacher Andy Merritt and over 100 random students and teachers who spontaneously responded to his email message to participate.
I am.
Gwendolyn Brooks said, "We are each other's business. We are each other's harvest. We are each other's magnitude and bond."
Merritt is the father of a teenage daughter and wanted to do something more to prevent harassment and bullying in his own school.
I don't know what it was. I was sitting at my kitchen table and it just kind of hit me one night that it happens here at State High and we need to do something about it. And I just wrote a script and put some thoughts down and I asked a couple students for a little bit of help, and pretty soon it became this massive thing where students that I didn't know started showing up, and we shot it, did it in one day basically.
The video production follows a series of both gay and straight teen suicides, including the high-profile suicide death of 18-year-old Rutgers student Tyler Clemente. The freshman jumped off the George Washington Bridge in 2010 after a college roommate secretly videotaped him in a homosexual encounter and posted it to the web. Merritt and other educators believe there's a short path from bullying to something very tragic.
But for some kids, they just don't. They want to keep it inside, and that's when the danger starts. And it's important to talk about it. This is someone saying this about me or doing this to me, and I need to tell you about it.
I think a 7th grader approached her and said, "Do you think we could have a GSA?"
State College High School is no stranger to cyberbullying and has started a full-fledged campaign against it. This group, called the Gay Straight Alliance, is a major advocate for the school's anti-bully campaign entitled I Am. They, along with the rest of the school, helped to create the video mentioned earlier. It's been posted on YouTube and has over 10,000 views so far. A district statement talks about recent teen suicide and how there's bullying within the district against all types of people. Recently, we sat down with a group at one of its weekly after-school meetings to talk about cyberbullying. About 50% of students in high school have been bullied, and of those 50%, only about 58% have actually reported that to an adult or a parent. Why do you guys think that is?
So far, I think that there's a degree of it that's like, it sounds kind of like dumb almost to be like, well, they were texting me this. Like, it makes it sound kind of like childish.
We asked the group pointed questions and often got honest and open responses. Has anybody here been cyberbullied before? At least half raised their hands. Then we asked them about rapidly expanding internet technology and if they think the bullying problem will get worse.
I think the fact that it's so much less anonymous and that people are like taking their real lives and putting it there does make it easier to catch them and should hopefully make cyberbullying go down a little bit.
I think ethical use of technology is a bigger issue.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's like the mentality too, just like about people, like whether or not like it gets better or worse, like technology, like, well, obviously it can get better, but like whether or not it's anonymous, I think it's just like everyone knows bullying goes on, and just like how we deal with it in like the real world.
And we asked them one final question. What do you hope to get out to people to learn from the whole I Am campaign?
I think one of the main things that came out of it, and some of these people were in the original video, was to take responsibility for bullying, whether you're the bullier, the bullied, or a bystander. And one of the parts that we're really trying to hit up, I think through that video and through the whole campaign, is everybody has a piece in this. Everybody's responsible for it doesn't have to be what you say, it's what you do if you see bullying.
High school students aren't the only ones being cyberbullied. A Penn State senior that we'll call Jane has also experienced this form of bullying. A friend of Jane's had his password stolen from Facebook by an ex-girlfriend. After obtaining access to his account, the ex was able to send Jane threatening messages.
And it was just basically saying, "I hope you like being beaten up and choked until you're unconscious." And that made me a little bit more nervous because now we're actually getting into threats of what she'd like to do to me.
Still upset by the past event, Jane explains how it made her feel.
It did make me uncomfortable because this girl threatened to beat me up. She got all of my information so quickly. So I'm walking around campus and who knows, she could have been walking right by me.
One popular method of cyberbullying involves using Facebook groups. A user is simply able to click on Create Group, then create a group name, and invite just about anyone. With this technique, many users are creating groups falsely accusing young women of promiscuity.
The internet is a wonderful tool for all of us, as long as we understand how to avoid the dangers.
3 years ago, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania produced an award-winning educational video called Protecting Our Kids Online. This was a joint effort with the Department of Education, state police, and other agencies. There are very few current laws that deal with cyberbullying. Meanwhile, those involved in anti-bullying campaigns say education is a major defense that might help bring much of this to an end. Reporting for Center Focus, I'm Nico Bellissimo.
Recent statistics indicate 50% of young people have experienced some form of cyberbullying, and up to 20% experience it regularly. Cases right here in our region include one in Somerset, Pennsylvania. There, 3 teenage girls are charged with aggravated assault and other crimes in a fight that was recorded and posted on Facebook. A similar fight between 2 girls in Altoona left 1 girl hospitalized with a concussion. A third teen recorded the fight on a cell phone and posted it on Facebook. Back to you, Steve.